It's me. I am back again. Your health and the imminent destruction of my own. I took a little time to take the cappy off to Bree. For the class quest. And here we are. A good captain is the rock upon which others stand, one who can remove the fear from the hearts of his company.
What can I do for you?
72 copper pieces.
Stay a
I'm
moment.
rich. Really. You have grown both in strength and confidence, Devaldor, but you've not yet reached your potential. You must learn to inspire your friends even when all hope seems lost. There's a captain here in Bree, Hazel Kenton by the name, who fought the brigands of the region when they first became bold enough to venture near the towns of Chetwood. And even now she commands the respect of many a town guard. Captain Kenton can teach you a thing or two about the nature of leadership. See? Two-hand weapon. And I will get... Wow, that is almost a double DPS damage. So yeah, that will be a nice improvement. I'm going to go out on a limb and say. Anyone who doesn't jump into a transition for a zone isn't really an MMO player. I do need to make one small change. There we are. Back. All right, Hazel. Hazel Kenton. Good evening to whomever has joined me. The lovely town of Bree. Hazel? Hazel? You around here somewhere? Hazel? Hazel? Did I pass Hazel? That's the crafting hall. That's the town crier, I'm assuming. Who can send me off to chicken play? I may do the chicken play later. Hey, fat buddy, how you doing? Where the Hazel is Hazel? Find Hazel's missing... Oh no, that's Huel. That's somebody else. Where's Hazel? There we are. All right. And a happy Saturday to you. No April Fool. Yet.
Stay and have
Collect
some tea.
eggs and onions and hard biscuits. Crafting Seward Proudfoots first. You know, I think I'm okay with not doing that. Hazel's gonna give me a big halberd. Hazel's got a big halberd. Just wait. By the west gate. Hazel Kenton. Hi, Hazel.
How can I be of service?
You've come to lend your arm to fighting brigands and your voice bolstering the flagging spirits of our people, have you not? And you're most welcome, Captain Devaldor, and I greet you with glad heart. There's a matter I would ask you your help with, if you're willing to give it. Hilton Harper was a guardian of Bree for some months when the brigand troubles began, and he was a shield between the brigands and the good folk that live on the Bree fields. But ill fortune befell Harper in the shape of a formidable brigand out of the brigand's watch by the name of Aldous Oatbearer. Oatbearer? He carried oats? Did he really want to keep that as like a nickname? That's not a very intimidating bandit nickname. Oat Bearer. Oakenshield. Okay, that sounds, you know, a little scarier. That kind of thing. Oat Bearer? He humiliated Harper and took his badge from him. Harper's life was spared, but do not mistake Oatbear's action for mercy. Harper was devastated and is given into hopelessness and misery. Find Harper's lost badge and return it to him at Thornley's worksite, northwest of Bree. Brigand's Watch is north of Old Sweetgrass Farm. West of Bree, and Aldous Oatbearer is likely still lurking somewhere within its ramparts. I'm going to go mess him up then. I'm going to mess him up real bad. Ooh. Can I actually? I cannot yet freaking harvest silver, damn it. How much copper do I have? Alright, where's the copper? 56. Then I can surely hurry back and turn all of that into copper ingots and then be able to harvest the silver. I shall not be denied. Glorious. Is it unusual to speak about one's alcoholic beverage in such glowing terms? Perhaps so, and yet. Glorious. I ate too much. So now I'm going to drink too much on top of it. That'll probably be the limit of my sins for the evening. I can't see myself sexing too much tonight. Sadly. Prospector. Apprentice smelting. Let's smelt it all. Well, all but one. 27. There we go. I can now be able to harvest the silver. I'm an apprentice prospector. And we're almost halfway to mastering apprentice prospecting. Mastering apprentice. Wait, what was that? What the hell was that? I swear I didn't click anything. Suddenly it started steering itself. The killer is in the house. All right, now we're off to collect Harper's badge. Pardon me. So we're going to get our improved weapon for doing the class quest. Maybe do the April Fool's content, which I'm a little disappointed in. Originally, many years ago, they had a April Fool's event, which gave out the title Fool, but it was only up for a couple of hours because it crashed all the servers. Basically, you get turned into a chicken, and you had to run from sort of the bad guy area of the PvP map to the good guy area, across the whole map. And once the bad guys realized that there were a whole bunch of chickens running around, everyone logged on to their bad guy to hunt down the chickens. But once the good guys realized that the bad guys were out in force, they logged on to their cap-level characters and headed out to the moors as well. Basically, all the servers were suddenly saw their PvP zones inundated by too many people, and it crashed all the servers. So they had to kill the event, which meant only a few of us got the title Fool. And I got it on 2 characters before the servers melted down. Well, they brought it back, and they've made it easier in that there's no longer 1 spawn point. There's 5, and 4 of them are much, much, much closer to the good guy part of the map. So it's much easier to get the title now. They have devalued my favorite title in the game. Not by bringing it back, which would be fair, but by making it much, much easier. There's an entrance over here, I do believe, to this bandit area. Bandit stronghold. So, my 2 characters who have proudly worn the title Fool and no other title for years and years and years will choose other titles because it has lost its cachet for me. Part of it was that it was a very, very uncommon, rare title for anyone to have, but more so for me anyway, it's... Oh dear. It's that they've made it so much easier. Yeah, keep shooting. Sure you don't want to reconfigure that? Deed bestowed, brigands in Bree land. However, I haven't been in the moors for a long time. That's the PvP zone. It's not standard PvP, it's called PvMP, because you can either play on one of your characters, the standard way one would with your regular good guy characters, but you can also play as one of the forces of Sauron, an orc, a spider, a warg. So it's very cool in my mind because it's asymmetric. And I find asymmetric gameplay is always more interesting. Especially for something like PvP. Now he's further in. There's Aldous Oat thing. Bearer, really. It's such a strange choice of name. I will respond to that in just 1 second, after I kill Aldous here. Like that, I have collected his badge. Charlie Parr has followed. Welcome to my humble little stream of misfunction, malfunction, dysfunction, and sometimes complete and total unfunction. You are most welcome indeed, and thank you very, very much for the follow. Hi. Bonjour, mon ami. And that and the word merit is about all the French I know, except for culinary terms. I know a lot about a lot of delicious French things. What is the name? My brain is turning into Cheese Whiz. Sauterne. I love a good sauterne. I have delighted in a Chateau Yquem sauterne a couple of times in my life. Well, let's face it, when it comes to food, you guys have got the best stuff. Cassoulet. Oh my god, a good cassoulet. Unbelievable. I've eaten at Joël Robuchon in Las Vegas. Spectacular. And my mother went to cooking classes several times in France upon my father's retirement. So yes, French cuisine. Say no more.
It's a solid day.
What's this? You recovered my badge? I don't know what to say, Devalder. Aldous Oatbearer was as cruel as they come, and I thought he'd taken my honor forever. I was lost to despair. But you have shown me that there is always hope. I will not shame myself with despair any longer. The people of Breeland must be defended. Good on you. All right, we head back to Hazel, presumably. Mm-hmm. I am fortunate in that I have been exposed to, when it comes to food things in particular, I've been exposed to, I've been very lucky to be exposed to a lot of the really good stuff. Didn't grow up on it. Grow up on pretty much standard American fare. You know, spaghetti sauce made out of a packet. Burgers and hot dogs. Hey, thank you very much for the follow, and thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. And bonsoir. That's the best I can do. That's my French. Pretty much all of it. Well, and good knowledge of Napoleonic history. Indeed, LotRO. And I have... Oh, okay, I'm back. That was only about 10 seconds of server gacking. Welcome back, Justin. Come on, Hazel. There we go.
What do you need?
You've done very well today, Devalder, and I begin to see in you the spark of a truly great captain. A captain inspires those who follow him to great things, but loyalty, given lightly, is not certain. It can be attained only through bonds of friendship, hard-earned. Hilton Harper would follow you to his death after this, if it came to that. For you gave him back something he had lost, his faith in himself. Hilton needed a captain to show him the strength he thought was gone forever. Do not squander the loyalty of those who believe in you, Devaldor, and you'll be a worthy captain indeed. And now, I go from 23.3 DPS to 41.7 DPS, an increase of 18.4, which is about 80%. I'm an inspiration to men, even though I'm not a man. Should be inspiration to all, really. I'm an inspiration to all, not just men. Also, I got a sapphire shard from one of those fuglies that I was fighting. Everybody was fugly fighting. Are these pants any better than what I am currently wearing? They are not. The boots? The boots are better. A lot better. I will wear those, happily. And battle gauntlets. Can't use those. Those are brawler only. And the gleaming claymore. Claymore is nice and would have been a big improvement if I hadn't just got the two-handed halberd. So next up, I'm going to try the special event for April Fools, which will entail me getting turned into a chicken. Yes, an actual chicken. Chicken play is a thing in this game, mostly as a joke, but there are some cool titles and other things you can get from chicken play, basically starting as a chicken in one location and running all the way to another location without dying. For instance, getting turned into a chicken in the Shire and running all the way, let's say, to the Gate of Minas Tirith is a special achievement. Alright. Town Crier, here we go. Fox in the henhouse. I've run afoul of a terrible prank. Get from Gramsfoot to Glanvreg to have the last laugh. Gramsfoot is where they used to take you. Let's see if I can actually see. 2, Forkel, Evendim, Fornost. Where the hell was it? Gramsfoot. It's the Misties. Back further. There's Arid Mithrin. Where is Gramsfoot anyway? Not in Revandian, is it? Because there's Gundabad. It's supposed to be in Eriador, theoretically. Like up here, I think. There is no direct travel there. The only way to get there is actually through, well, in this case, I'll get teleported. But from stable point to stable point. But we'll see. There are now, instead of 1 spawn point for this, there are 5. And only one of them will be really difficult. The second one would be mildly difficult. The other 3 would be pretty. Chicken play. In the Moors. The Etten Moors is the name of the location. The PvMP zone. Player versus monster player. I don't think so. I did not get one of the more difficult locations. There's a title. The title of Fool. Which used to be about the rarest title in the game, or one of the rarest. And I have it on 2 characters, but now everyone's going to have it, and it's a lot easier to get. So you can see I started here instead of up here. The title was awesome. I always wore it with pride on my 2 characters who got it when the event was live. I haven't been in the Moors for a long time. I know they're trying to sort of reinvigorate the Moors. The Moors had kind of become a dead game concept. And presumably this is part of that effort. But I expected it to be a lot more crowded. Because, well, crowded would be more than just me in it. Because, I mean, that's what crashed the servers when they first ran the event. A bunch of people were chickens. A bunch of creeps came out to kill the chickens. And a bunch of freeps came out to kill the creeps. So, unless there is a warg stealthed somewhere around here, which is certainly possible. There's one of the good guy scouts. Somebody got me. And there are some players there. So there was somebody there waiting. And there's the freeps come to get him. It doesn't look like the freeps got him. Yep. Oh no, there are no freeps around. It's just creeps, it looks like. I spoke too soon. I'm assuming the creeps then murdered the guards that were there. So I will have to try a different route this time. I'll try one more for now. I'm a little bit reassured that the event hasn't gone completely ignored by everybody, which would have been a shame. I did try straight line approach, so I kind of made it easy for them. Like I said, unless they're waiting, and they were. And it makes sense. Previously, when there was only one place you could spawn, they would simply wait around there. But now there's 5 places you can spawn, but only one place you can win. And it was about 140,000 damage he did to my, I believe, 1 hit point chicken. Back to the moors. I very much like the concept behind the asymmetric play. Again, I'm quite close. So I'm going to choose a different path. I'm going to loop way around, although this may take me to 1 or 2 of the other spawn points. In which case, if they're camping around those, that would be bad for me. So I'll give it one more shot, and then I'll go back to the regular play. I have a number of friends in Arkenstone, and I have a level 90 plus there myself. I spent some of my copious LotRO points at one point to elevate myself up to 85, maybe? Something like that. So I have a Bjorning over there. There's where I want to be. You can see on the map that it looks like all the strongholds are held by the creeps, which implies to me that there's a lot more creeps out than freeps. Freep stands for free people. Creeps stands for, well, they're creeps. They're monster players. So my assumption would be that a whole bunch of the free people's players would come out to counter, but evidently that has not happened. And that's a chieftain. Is he following me? Yep, we got another warg. So I gave it a couple of shots. I'm going to AFK just a sec and refill my cup because it runneth under. The first playthrough. First playthrough has got a lot of incredibly good stuff and a little bit of bad stuff too. I tried, guys. I tried. And I got murdered. Let me step back inside to the crafting hall. So, real quick, Prospector, we're about halfway done there. And Jeweler. You'll do a little bit of processing. Gemstones. We'll polish up some agates. And some amethysts. And then we'll do processing, which allows us, gives us XP and just uses up some of our materials. It's a great addition they made to the game not too terribly long ago. Let's see. 19 times 8, 80, 152. Will get me to 200. Well, I think we can make all that. That speeds up leveling your crafting. Leveling crafting used to be brutal because you have to go through, for instance, here 200 to finish off apprentice and open up the next tier. But to master each tier, you've got to do twice as much. And this is a much faster way. It used to be, you know, you'd just make a ring. You'd make the same ring over and over and over again in huge numbers. But now you can basically convert your materials straight into XP, more or less. Let's see, I need 48 more at 8, 6. So if I make 3 copper shavings, that'll get me 24. And I turn them back into copper ingots. And that'll get me 24 more, and that will finish off the first tier. I've now mastered the first tier. And now the second tier is open. Not just open, but now I can advance it to the second tier. At the second tier, you can make better items. You have higher chances, or you can now critical hit on crafting. Let me make all of these and all of the other. Did I not click make all? I did not. Well, I did now, so there. Just a little real quick stuff. And let me come over here and sell some junk.
How can I be of service?
Sell that. Sell that. Do not sell that. That's used for gemstones. Do not sell that. That's a it's not much of an improvement. It's a slight improvement. I'll go ahead and wear those if I can find it. Shoulders. Shoulders, where are you? You're in here somewhere. Come on. Come on. Come on. Why can I not find it? Do not know. What did I get? Oh, Master Apprentice Jeweler. It still sounds like a bit of a contradiction in terms to me, but that's fine. Sell. Keep. That's for tailoring. Keep. Sell. Sell for lots of money. A single-use jeweler's recipe. Hardened chain helm, not as good as what I've got. Chunks of Baron we want to keep. Silver Chain of Might is definitely better. Where is it? Where is it? There it is. Clear that. Now can I find the shoulders, please? I know they're here somewhere. I have gone shoulder blind. I cannot see the shoulders that I am wanting to wear. There they are. They're the very last thing. Why I couldn't see them, I have no idea. Sell. Sell. All right. I have tidied up my inventory. I can remove that from the tracker for now. There was a quest in there, but I didn't see it, so therefore it doesn't exist. Can I catch a ride back to where I was questing, or am I going to have to use my waystone? Hearthstone, how do I call them here? Milestone. Now, I could keep adventuring here in Bree land, but I want to do the adventuring in the new map area because I have not played it before. Go to Midsummer Festival in Minas Tirith. Bree, Colondim, Forum's Gate. Any of these? Ettenmoors, that's where I just was. Although I was there in chicken form, I like to think I was there in spirit. And the answer is no. There is no direct connection between here and where I was adventuring. So we will return to Clagur. I hope everyone's April Fool's Saturday is going well. Mine's going better. Do I have any quests out of Clagur? Let's see what we've got. This is the current epic storyline quest, and it is orange difficulty, which means it's, what, 3 levels higher than me, I think? So that one would be a little bit dicey. That is in Cardalon. Introduction, destination, Breeland. I guess I didn't talk to him while I was there. Oops. Special. The tasks at hand. Yeah, I probably have some tasks I can turn in. Fox in the Hen House. That is for the chicken play. And oh, we've got quite a few here. Seems like. Remedies for the sickness in Western Eregion. Well, let's just, for now, do a little low impact questing, as these are quests I've never done. These won't give me a whole bunch of XP, but what the heck. Daring into Cobb's Hollow. Spooters! Well, how could I say no? Every MMO's got spiders. Let's kill some spiders. And we'll grab copper when we run into it. Ooh, we are almost ready for level 18. And I go swimming. We'll see if I can get myself good and angry and frustrated by trying to do this quest by going in the direction of the quest. As my assumption is that when I get close to it, I'll find myself blocked off from it. Where is this? Oh, it's going in that direction, which is not the direction I want to go. Where is it? My assumption is that there's no way up. Because this is a new area, is one that they have loved to fill with obstructions. Yeah, it looks like there is no way here to get up there. So I'm going to grab a quick... Yeah, a quick pony to the next town over. So we want to go, let's see, which one? That one should be fine. Lintriff might be better. We can go to here and we can grab that one. Which one is that? Which quest is that? That's the Heavy Hanky, which for some reason is also way up there. No. That one. The Heavy Hanky. So sure, we will go to Glen, whatever it is.
Good day.
Actually, before we do that, we'll see if we can cash in any tasks. Matted furs? Yes! Ding! 17. 18. 18. What else do we have? We have worn sword sheaths. Worn sword sheaths? No worn sword sheaths. Are those shattered axes? Broken hatchets? Broken hatchets. Yes, indeed. Turn in 30 of those. And that's all we have that might be of task quality and number. That's right. And then to ride to
How do you do?
Glen Helig. Hello. All right, and the next one is the Heavy Hanky. Mr. Hanky? The Christmas Pooh? Sorry. Inappropriate. And yet. Find Adin Ruivig's missing handkerchief. I'm supposed to find a guy's missing handkerchief, which he lost somewhere out here. Okay. I should be close. Should be around here somewhere. Missing handkerchief. I have really good eyes. I can see it through the rock. It's surprisingly heavy. There's a rock tied to it. Bring the handkerchief back to Adam Ruvik. Where is he? He's in Lintrev. Do I want to do the white one here, where Heleth tread? Tasks at hand. Remove. I didn't want to remove all. Damn it. Where Heleth tread. Hide Hobbit prints. Sure, I'm going to hide Hobbit prints. I thought they're supposed to be all sneaky and everything, but they can't hide their own prints? I guess they're not as sneaky as they like to think. Maybe they don't successfully hide from people. Maybe people pretend they can't see them so they won't have to deal with them. Their famous stealth abilities are not quite what they would like to portray. Looking for hobbit footprints. Not appear to be any on this side of the river. And I'm pretty much out of the appropriate circle. I go swimming. Looking for hobbit prints. Oh, maybe I was wrong. I don't see any hobbit prints. Maybe they don't actually exist. Maybe they're so good at hiding that nobody can see their prints. Oh, there they are. No, pretty much everybody can see their prints. Never mind. Alright, return to Helith. Both of the quests are at Lintrev. Oh, now suddenly I can cross? I will magically make a pony appear. Because that's something I can do in real life, too. Can't you? Alright. Games require a certain amount of suspension of disbelief. Granted. Back to Lintrev, we'll cash in a couple of quests for extraordinary amounts of experience, I'm sure. Great big freaking cliff. The obstructive design of this map is really frustrating sometimes. Somebody is killing chickens here. This guy is killing chickens. He's shooting arrows up in the air to hit the crabine, and actually also hitting chickens. He's probably not endearing himself to the hobbits, I have to say.
Something stirs in the shadows of the veils.
So much experience. Startling amounts of experience. Alright, that's one. Here's your handkerchief.
Oh, how very odd. Have you been to the edge of the nearby cliffs yet?
Talk to Adan by the cliffs. Wait, he wants me to go over by the cliff so he can push me off. Sounds like the standard hobbit thing to do. Can't trust a hobbit. As far as you can comfortably spit a rat. Difference between the two. This bothersome Kraban is going to attack me. Yes. Oh, two of them. They angered me, so I shouted at them and killed them. Perhaps I should have saved the shot for him. Clear day, you can see all the way to Tharbad. Right. Maybe not, but Still a wonder. Go ahead and take a look. It really does sound like he's... I take in the glorious view. I'm going to be the first hobbit to fly like a bird. I've been experimenting by studying things that fly. Birds, handkerchiefs that aren't weighed down by rocks. Those sorts of things. He's a lunatic! Perhaps I can watch him plummet to his death, collect kite fabric, spool of rope, and fallen branch. Alright, suddenly now I'm interested. Watching a fool of a hobbit plummet to a painful death? I'm there for that. See anything there. There's supposed to be something really close. Should be over here. I see it sparkles. It is a spool of rope. Alright, got the spool of rope. Kite fabric and a fallen branch. I don't know why they put these annoying Kraban in town. Other than to annoy me. Which is working. Fallen branch. Wandering Veil Wolf knows better than to cross me. Birds don't. And lastly, kite fabric. Oops. What exactly is kite fabric? I mean, fabric is fabric. Unless he's had some special fabric made specifically for his kite. His fanciful kite. There it is. It's colorful. He's chosen a very, colorful winding cloth, shall we say. Somewhere? Yes, he is. And will I plummet to my death? No. Shouldn't. At some point, I'll fall far enough to, I assume. Like in WoW, you're better off backing off of objects than walking, running, or riding forward off of them. As your inertia, you can kill yourself running or riding down a stair in those games. There's another player here. He goes with the title of the Pollinator. I'm going to leave him to it. And another player, Merwind Wildeman, Bookworm.
Well, you...
I managed to gather all of the things I needed for the kite. Well, you took too long and I got hungry, and I suppose I'll have to put off flying for today. Airless baked an incredible apple pie for me. It would be rude to let it go cold. I might try flying tomorrow. We'll see. Maybe from the nearby hill instead of up the cliffs as well as up so high. Yeah. Good call. Loser. Coward. Chicken. Alright, that quest is there. That quest is there, and that quest is there. So we will now, once again, attempt... I can't get up that way. I can't get up that way. This is the obstructive... Oh, I can't get up. Yeah. So much of this map is the obstructive design that I find. No, I can't get up this way. This is what I was talking about. I could get down, But to go back up, I have to go around. There's no reason that they couldn't have put some smaller gaps. This may qualify. If I can get through. Nope. Nope. Maybe. Looks like it. It's just such a pain in the butt getting around on this map. The whole map has been designed with obstruction in the way. And I wish I didn't think it, but it certainly feels intentionally obstructive to extend the amount of time it takes the players to play. And I wouldn't think that about them, about the design team, if they hadn't been doing exactly that for years. I don't blame the devs. Generally speaking, devs don't make those sorts of decisions. That gets made by game directors, project managers, program managers, and the like. And I don't call them devs, because for the most part, they are not. Designers are told what to do, and they just say, the coders code. Alright, gotta kill some spiders and get some corrupted stuff. And still, I'm trying to find the way to get into this place because, again, I'm obstructed from it. There we go, Cobb's Hollow. Corrupted Feldwort. Lots of spiders. Corrupted Feldwort. I need Feldwort and Colt's Foot. Oh, something's unhappy with me. Something was unhappy with me. It's now dead. A cocoon. Usually just has loot in it. These sort of areas are always a lot more uncomfortable to sort of poke around in at nighttime because, well, it's night. You can't see crap. Not that being as over-leveled for this as I am, I expect any kind of trouble. Famous last words. Watch me get my ass killed now. Lovely place, though. Really. It has a certain charm. Got another cocoon. More free money. Not only am I over-leveled, but I have my new great big honking halberd as well. Are we still in the right area? Barely. Looking for more More of the corrupted stuff. Gloomweb Queen. Alright, that's all the spooters. I need 3 of one and 1 of the other. There's Feldwort. Alright, we need 3 more of the other. Colt's Foot. There's 1. Oh, I see another. Lots of dead spooters there. They didn't like me attacking that queen. 1 more Colt's Foot. There's the last one I need. There was much rejoicing. Right. Oh. 10 light carapaces, 13 piles of dirty filth. Dirty, dirty filth. And then I think it was 13 goos. Delicious. And I'm swimming again. I thought. There it is. It finally kicks in just before I almost hit the other side. That southern outlaw there is wise enough not to cross me. See if we have another task or 2 to turn in as well after killing off all the spooters. Nutto?
Is there something I can do for you?
Ah, defeat the corrupted Spider Queen. Wait, what? They expect me to ride back there? This is the kind of horse shit that I hate. That I've always hated in MMOs. Go into a place, do a thing, come out. Go back into the place, do a thing, come out. Fighting your way in and out each way, every time. It's horse shit game design. And I kind of hoped we were past it, but evidently not.
I had anticipated a further
And more of the same here.
But these plants have transformed into something else entirely.
Select flowering rushes. Grind the plants in the mortar and pestle. All right, I can do that. I'm willing to do that. I'm not going for the rushes.
Take the samples and mix them with the ingredients I have prepared.
Leave a sample in the jar, please. That's a really old movie reference and a very obscure one. One of my favorite movies, though. The Legend of Hell House, Roddy McDowall. 74, I think. The draft looks ready.
You have done well.
Find a suitable
This
area to
drop
pour the
should
file.
be enough to stave off the corruption for now.
Where do I drop it up? I guess we'll go ahead. That one. So far away. That's about half the goddamn way to the spooters. It's just such lazy and annoying design. Go to a place, do a thing. Go back to the place, do a different thing. Go back to the place again, do yet another thing. It's just... It is exactly the kind of design I was just talking about. It's seemingly designed to just kill time. It's not fun, it's not interesting. It's simply frustrating. I can understand it in the old days, the early days of MMOs, but I mean, you can certainly make a game too streamlined. I've experienced that. Cataclysm was that in WoW. It was so streamlined it actually became unpleasant after a while. So simplistic and straightforward. It's very effective, but this looks like a good spot. Problem with it just told me it was. This looks like a good spot. Wow. Yeah, that 6 inches. And see, now we ride back to her. Was that necessary? From a storyline point of view, I couldn't have dropped it in a slightly different and closer waterfall. Evidently not. It had to be that one. Back and forth quests like this are just a source of complete frustration. And as a warning to Justin, if you're still there, in the mid to late 30s, if you're doing Evan Dip, there's an awful lot of back and forth quests. That was what killed my free-to-play through, was getting to the level where you were looking at 15 minutes between quests, where you're doing nothing but riding across the landscape. Talking to a dude, then going back to where the person sent you, taking the message back. Because if you're a pure free-to-play player, you don't have access to a lot of the fast travel. Which, as I mentioned last night, that's one of the pain points. Is if you don't have access to all the fast travel.
This should help in warding off the shadow's corruption.
Ooh, I get some fried mushrooms.
But I fear it may
I
not be
hate
enough.
mushrooms. Well, we removed 3 of the 5 gray quests we had. The approaches to Karas Galebran. Let's add in these and see where that takes us. If we go to Langaran, we can follow the road there, up into there. So I think we'll go to Langaran. While we go there, I'll make myself another drink.
A lovely day, isn't it?
Langaran, swift travel. AFK, be right back. Alright, here we are back in Langaran. First thing on our road trip, approaches to Keras Gelebrin. And that is, in fact, what we have as our quest focus. Am I going to get dismounted by this? You never quite tell if it's affordable. Not affordable, although it might be affordable as well. Affordable. Turtles. And orcs. Toads. Oh my. More copper. Gotta stop for the copper. I have little choice in the matter. Again, a copper node with nothing in it. I have no idea what the hell's going on with that. Whatever I'm looking. Copper came back. It vanished and then came back. I have to try again. Is it still empty? My money's on yes. No, it's not. This time it's got stuff in it. I have no idea what that was about. Find the bridge to the north of Keras Gelebrin. Find the riverbank to the southwest of Ekaterthus. The river poses a natural barrier against incursions from this direction. If you say so. I just rode across it and it didn't seem so much like a river as sort of a damp spot in the ground, but okay. Rich copper. Well, it's rich. How can I say no to rich copper deposit? They taste so delicious. And speaking of delicious, my beverages. If you're an American who grew up with the summer delight of a the summer delight of a root beer float, I can recommend a drink of my own invention. I'm sure I'm not the only person who's invented it. Rocks, not rocks, but like ice cubes rocks. Vanilla vodka, splash of cream, root beer of your choice. Delicious. And it carries rather a wallop. More copper. Weird, there are a couple of quests that I can do, a couple of skills I can use even when I'm on my horse. I didn't notice that. A little bit strange, gotta say. More copper. I can't say no. It keeps calling out my name. Lens! Lens! Harvest me, Daddy! Okay, that's creepy. Let's check the task box first. Because I did get... I have 11 worn sword sheaths? No. I have 10 light carapaces? Yes! Is that all of them? That is my daily max task limit reached. And we've got to turn in here with Dwindil.
Hides no longer.
Deliver the pelt to Rovandis at Ithobel. I have no idea where that is. Ithobel? we're here. And the next quest we're heading for is right there. The approach is to Karas Galebrin. White Hand's approach is all the way up there. Those are scattered about. That is in the same area. That is there. And that one can be removed. Tasks at hand. I don't need to track that. I feel a sneeze. It is wandering about in my nasal cavities. We'll see if it is actually going to try and make an appearance. Dunlending Marauder. That's some spiffy writing. Seems like the sneeze has given up its evil intent for now. Perhaps it'll return later. Undoubtedly at a most uncomfortable moment. I am delivering... Nope. Find the bridge. The bridge is clear of threats from the north. For now. Talk to Ilarion at Echad Turthas. It's back behind me. We'll wait. We'll take care of these. We can then ride from here to there and back. Maybe. So the yellow-green is remedies for the sickness, which is hollyberries. Set us focus. And I need 6, was it? 6 hollyberries. Note, the Hollies was a good band. But these are holly berries. Not Halle Berry. Holly berries. Oh, this was Urix. I was fighting around here the other day. I'm going to skip this area and see if we can find enough in other areas. I'd rather not fight my way through, once again, a cluttered up map. More copper and a Kerban. Is the Kerban going to be crabby and come and attack? It is. Stupid Kerban. Alright, there is more holly berries over here. Ooh, rich copper. Well, I mean, that is a slight detour that is well worth it. Obviously, we've got to get that. It's 4 to 6. 5 chunks of copper ore. Alright, holly berries. Come on. Yeah, you've got a great big meandering holly. Are they the sources of the holly berries? I'm going to assume they are. Well, let's find out. I'm going to yell. And yell. And hit him with a halberd. And there's a holly berry. Alright, that answers that question. The holly trees are the source of the holly berries. And of course, it's also the fastest way to get to Hollywood. Hollywood, you get it? It's holly trees and... Is this thing on? Hello? My apologies. My apologies are not sincere, but I figure it's probably worth presenting the form as if I was sincere about it. It's another meandering holly. I'm going to holler at the holly. Holly hollering. There's 2 holly berries. got some badgers, which are, generally speaking, not trees. I hear a tree walking. There we go. That's another one. I'm going to do some more hollering at the holly. Nice knockback. Jerk. Any more mobile trees running around in the general vicinity? Doesn't look like it. Not right here, anyway. Should be more a little bit to the north. We need what? 2 more? 3 more? 2 more. I wouldn't worry too much about the trees, though. Their bark is worse than their bite. No, I actually never do learn, do I? Where's the holly? There he is. Right by my, conveniently located by my copper deposit. I will yell. And yell. I need more hollyberry. One more. One more will do it. Nope, that's a badger. Lots and lots and lots of copper around here. And this will be the last of the wandering holly we need. Yellow. Yellow. We have remedies for the sickness. What is that? That's the bucket left behind. Somebody left a bucket behind. Evidently, it's my job as the hero to find their bucket. Sometimes the hero biz is not all that it's cut out. Hey, at least no scat quests this time. Yet. The night is young. I see a bucket. Okay. I want to drop the water bucket. Where am I supposed to take the damn bucket? I hate these kind of quests. Alright, it's just due east then. I'll give it a go. These are right up there with, like, timed quests and the like. Which this is, by the way. I have an induction running right now. Alright, here's your goddamn water. Candy asses. At Idhovel. Lornell smiles as he delivers water. And I guess throw it up in the air, because that's what it looked like. A bucket left behind. He welcomes my aid. Yeah. Whatever. Whatever. Oh, sorry. What? Whatever. And Rovandis.
What can I do for you?
For the longest time,
Defeat wood
I
trolls.
had feared those that serve the shadow would soon wake.
Well, that'll be pretty fast.
Hello there.
I already had the stable master here. Alright. Didn't realize that.
Have your moment.
Collect accolades. Blades, not accolades, from Uruks. This will give me a shield, which will be good to have. I have a two-handed weapon now, but weapon and shield is also very good. Let me see if I can sell
Welcome, friend.
crap. Sell blueberry tarts. I got some blueberry tarts. Logs of ashwood. I don't know how I got the ashwood. Don't need it. Piles of dirty filth. And who amongst us doesn't need dirty filth every once in a while, you know what I mean? I don't know. You know, hell, you do. Alright. That was, that didn't count as a wood troll in the right place. The one outside of camp didn't count. That's the approaches, so we need to go back. That is to the north. That is unrest at Panlaz goal. Defeating the wood trolls over yonder. Do without that one. What I will do is I will ride back to Karas Galebrin. It's not one of those
How can I be of service?
lovely names that flows off the tongue, like so many are in the Lord of the Rings. Lothlorien. Just flows. Karas Galebrin. Not so much. We've got another turn in here.
Alas for Caras Galebrin. Alas for the Meadine.
All right, we got 3. We got a deed complete. Title awarded. Devaldor, Defender of Swanfleet. Deed bestowed, a new one. Not sure which. And 10 LotRO points. Roughly worth a dime. We'll now head back to where we just were. Back at... begins with an I. Or has an I in it.
What can I do for you?
It's none of those. What the hell one is that? I don't know which one that is. Stable Master, Western Irigian. It doesn't actually fucking say which one that is.
Greetings, friend.
It's not Clegor. It's not Glen Helig.
What can I do for you?
Not Langaran. If that's Langaran.
Hello there.
Lintriv and Mossword. I guess it's Western Irigian.
Hello there.
And it's way more expensive. Alright, we mount up. And we've got another quest waiting for us here. A little of both. Collect blades from Uruks. Well, killing Uruks is something that I am well qualified for. I can assure you of that. Rockworms, warns, badgers. need Uruks. I can kill Uruks. I have the technology and a great big honking halberd. Well, that is an Uruk High archer. If he's an Uruk High, I'll say hi! And then kill him. Uruk High archer. Hello. Uruk High warrior. Hi. Did I not run around in here before? Yesterday. Pretty sure I did. Also, Gesundheit menu. One more. Bunch of drama queens when they die, I tell you. Well, I'll take a brief detour. Whoops. All right, he's mad at me. Understandable. Sorry, you were on top of my copper. I'm a dwarf. We love things of the earth as long as they're not actually growing. The growing stuff, not so much. Rocks. That's kind of our deal. There you go.
I welcome your aid.
Interesting hobbit made shields. My hobbit made it just seems odd. The one with might, please. And we'll not want to sell that because it's cool. That's just killing the trolls. That's flowering rushes. That's the Spider Queen. That's just tasks and the special event that's ongoing. Destination Breeland. I didn't talk to the NPC. Cardalan, Master of Oak, not of Orc. Find Huel's missing axe somewhere in Tharbad. And this one's down to a yellow now, so we are off for Tharbad, I think. Doesn't look like we have a stable point in Tharbad, so we will go to Mossword and ride from there.
Greetings, friend.
Greetings! Wow. Hi, guys. A number more people have popped in. Hope your April Fools is going awesome. And equally your Saturday evening. All right. We're off for Tharbad. Having finished up most of the questing in this map, one of the two new maps, I think just the two, in the generously described as expansion, most recent one. which became purchasable for LotRO coins instead of cash money quite recently. Another empty cop. Wow, and then it appears. That's really strange. I guess it's a slight desync or something from the server for a moment. Oh, that one worked immediately, by the way you kind of expect it to. Off for Tharbad and more orcs and stuff. So I've got to defeat foes within Tharbad. Of 12. Find a gap in the outer walls of Tharbad in the northeast and another in the northwest. And I also have to find a missing axe in Tharbad. I'm a hero, and somebody dropped an axe. Tharbad awaits. Welcome to Tharbad. It's kind of a shithole. Where's Huel's axe? In that direction. How far in that direction? Not far. Should be down here somewhere. So, Tharbad Defiler. You're first. Hello and good evening. Completed with absolute certainty. Using Sure Strike. One of my abilities. I hit the target number and got part of a deed complete and got 5 LotRO points. That's a nickel. Yes. So he lost it not far away. This is the guy who lost his axe. I'm going to find it for him because I'm a sucker. One shot that guy. And this one, isn't it so cute? He tries to sneak up on me and I one shot him. It's 2,000 damage actually. It's pretty impressive. Looks like the axe is down here somewhere. I see a misplaced wood axe. Now it's a placed wood axe. I'll take this back to Huel, which I'm pretty sure is the name for one of those all-in-one food products where you mix it with water and shake it up and you drink it, similar to
what I would not give for a moment's peace.
Soylent. I get 2 superior stuffed cabbages. I mean, come on, the regular stuffed cabbages would be fine, but superior ones? Thank you.
Yes?
Return to where I found the axe. Okay, why exactly am I doing that? Okay, I'm doing it for a reason, I assume. Deed bestowed, Tales of Cardolan. I found it right here. Get rid of him. Search to the southeast for the missing owner of the axe. Wait, what? Tharbad Defiler. Don't run off. Friend? Wow, that was only slightly delayed. 15 seconds after I hit him. and he died, we get the sound effect. Another slain unfortunate. Seems unfortunate, right? I would have to say, generally speaking, if you're a slain, you are an unfortunate. The owner of the axe ran afoul of the orcs in Tharbad and perished. He sure did. So, Huel, he dead. So far, I'm having a lovely time in Tharbad. Quite the vacation property.
What I would not give for a moment's peace.
I will wield this axe in his memory. These are better gauntlets? Slightly than what I'm currently using, so sure, I'll use them. Alright, so now we've killed the 12 we needed. We need to find... I think we've killed the 12, haven't we? No, we need to kill a couple more. 3 more. 2 more. And we need to find, like, a couple of exits. Pardon me, sir. Have you heard the good word of our Lord and Savior Sauron? I don't think I can use the bridge. This is going to go like that. All right, this is where we met Eggy, whatever her name was. And she and Boromir and the former ranger are waiting in a camp over here, which is where I left us off last night. Everyone was exhausted after swimming, and they expected me to take care of everything for them, and of course, because I'm the hero, I did. And that's when we met Boromir. I think that's our little camp there. And I need to need to kill one more foe within Tharbad. That won't be a problem. And then find a couple of exits. There's my friends, Boromir, Meneldir, and Eggerith. Eggy. I call her Eggy. We go way back. Yesterday, pretty much. Alright, that's the 12 out of 12. We'll ride to catch up with the sun, but it's sinking. Name that reference. So one's over there and one's over there. Doesn't look like I can get through this way, so I'm gonna have to fight my way in, or can I ride around? They are lower level than me, so it will be less likely to aggro them. Alright. Look out. I will look out. To the northwest, you see activity among distant outbuildings of Tharbad. Find a gap in the outer wall on the other side. Oops. I got a couple friends to come along with me. It's nice to have friends. Especially ones who are so energetic and wanting to embrace you, hug you, and welcome you with a heavy object. throwing things. Did your mother ever tell you? That's just rude. Rolling hills of Rudimir could hide any number of dangers. Talk to Maneldir. On the road just north of Tharbad. So he sent me off and then he snuck off too? Huh? I meet them all over here. Oh, fine. I was checking for I don't know what.
And that is Tharbad behind us.
If the crossing of the Grey Flood proves the worst experience of our journey, I will count us fortunate. I fear it will not be so, though it is likely to be the wettest. Did Tegwin dislike the damp and cold of the Wade water? He is fortunate he had no need to cross the Grey Flood. And under the watchful eye of his parents, it will be many years before he might. But now, we must turn our eyes to our own road. Cardolan awaits, and within its bounds, we will find my friend Narndir, who will know the location of the chieftain of the Dunedain. Then will Egfrith's purpose be attained, and our own as well. Perhaps then Boromir can be set on a proper course, and you and I will dine at the Prancing Pony before we part. But we're not there yet. We must take one step at a time, lest we trip upon our own feet. New armor? 1,000 armor. I have to give up the one with 666 armor, though, and that is tough. And yet I will. For you. My viewer. Totally not doing it for
Our
myself.
first destination will be the town of Herner, a village of farmers and traders to the northwest.
It looks almost identical to the one I was wearing before, except maybe rustier. Find the southeast entrance of the town of Herns on the road to the northwest of Tharbad. And again, we're in a higher level quest. I'm not sure. I sort of went from doing light blue quests, which were like under me by 4 or 5 levels, and now I'm doing quests that are 3 levels or 4 levels higher than me. The quest flow in these new maps has been really, genuinely awful. Next up, Hern. Okay. But second tier of minerals are up now, so I will help myself to some silver. Half-orc trapper. Never really think about the orcs as being trappers or farmers, although somebody must farm in Mordor to feed the armies, the vast armies. So there are huge swaths of Mordor that are no doubt not exactly farm-friendly farming, you know? Not really caring about their animals so much, I'm guessing. Barrow iron and silver. At least we're in more amenable territory for riding through. Lots of half-orc trappers, though. Yeah, somehow I'm doubting that the half-orcs are the result of human males seeking out hot orc women near them. I'd never really considered it before, and now I kind of wish I hadn't considered it now. Too late. These These half-orcs are level 21. They are indeed 3 levels higher than me. Ooh, rich silver. For rich silver, I will make a detour. Those things have a boatload of hit points. Well, it looks like relative civilization. And new deed. Inhabitants of the Vanished Realm. Cardalon was destroyed long ago. As a kingdom. The air is silent, the wind still. Where are the guards? Ledry? The man stares at you with suspicious eyes and scurries for his home. Hurries for his home. Aldith? Like her neighbor, the woman glares at you and hurries home. Wow. Evidently, I have cooties. Not that surprising, really. If you've ever met me in person, you'd know. I will go ahead and bind myself here. I'll talk to the stable master.
Hello there.
Hey, we have fast travel to Bree. Welcome to civilization. Quotes. That was Stella. No, Stella's my horse. Sorry, never mind. Ah, I see why I named it Stella. Because it's stellar. You see? Stellar. Never mind. Enter Crossway House, the Tavern of Hearn, in search of answers. And where should it be? It should be over here. Crossway House. Too bad they didn't clearly label it. I did not, in point of fact, ride into the house, despite the fact that that's what it looked like. Egfrith, Boromir, and Menelder here. Maddock.
You and your friends might want to keep walking, stranger.
Hearn is not the place it once was, and you'll not find welcome here. What happened? 4 nights ago, something evil passed through. Spoiler. Nazgul. No one knows exactly what it might have been, but every night since, a terrible fear has seized the town. Old man Aberthal says he saw something that first night, but I don't know. He was an adventurer in his younger days, until he took an arrow in the knee. Thank you. Thank you. But he has such a reputation for tale spinning that it has always been hard to tell the truth from the falsehood in his stories. But something happened that night. The town has not been the same ever since. You'd best be moving on. You and your friends, before the dark comes again. Boromir?
I have seen something like this before.
Well, I say seen, but I did not see it. Say instead I felt it. Something dark and evil. It filled men and a horse with dread. We stood in defense of the river at Osgiliath when the presence came upon us. Even the boldest among us were seized by a terrible fear. We cashed down the bridge behind us and only a few of us escaped. I've never felt a fear like that before. Some of my men claimed they saw a figure from which the terror spread, but I do not know if I believe. Might that evil have come north from Gondor somehow? I did feel as if it were being watched at times as I rode through the empty lands. Or were they not as empty as they appeared? I should speak with the old man and the innkeeper mentioned. If his story matches those of my soldiers, that will tell me something of the evil that came to Hearn.
I hope you won't use old Aberthal too harshly.
He's something of a peculiar fellow. I like him already. But despite his strangeness, most of Hearn's folk are quite fond of him. And he's always brought his custom to Crossway House, which I appreciate. Let me give you a mug of his favorite spiced beer. It may loosen his tongue. To be truthful, that is not usually a problem for our Aberthal, but he might not want to speak about whatever happened to him that night. The beer may make him more willing to talk with you. That's damned thoughtful of you, dear.
You go with Boromir and Egfrith to speak with this man. I will seek to learn more.
Okay, good call. I will also grab a second quest from him about the Ruddymere
Lately,
wolf
some
pack.
darkness has passed through the land, stirring up all manner of foul
And I will
things.
also AFK briefly to refill my cup and empty another container of mine. And I'm back. Hi, guys. All right. We've got Wenna, who's crying. Roderick over there, drinking alone. Colin and Barris and Nan just sitting around chatting. Everyone drinking in front of the kids? That just doesn't seem right. Over here we have Ganger Farwind. Well, he's a dwarf like me.
You have come at a most fortuitous time.
I'm journeying south to the White Mountains to see the dwarf halls there, but I heard from somewhere on the road that the rocks of this place have a red sheen to them, and it put me in mind of the Iron Hills. I thought I would see them for myself, and if there's valuable ore to be found here, perhaps I'll delay my southward journey and stay a while. If you meet me west of town, I would appreciate both the company and the help. Well, can I say no to a dwarf? Can I? Yes, I could, but will I? Maybe we'll see. All right, where's Aberthal? There's somebody behind. That's Evan.
Greetings, traveler.
Pick one of the crates by the southern road of Hern. Ooh, I'll get superior beef stews. Mind you, I'm not of a level yet to eat them. New quest, the least effort. Is that one of the boxes? No, it's an interior quest location. Is this Aberthal? I don't know. No, this is Wulfrin, who I'm sure doesn't mind that I'm barging into his house.
What hope remains for us?
Fill the trough outside of Wulfrin's home with hay. Wow. This hero business. It includes a lot of shit jobs, gotta say. Find and pet sheep in Hern. 5. Okay, he wants me to pet sheep. I am kind of wondering what this guy does with his spare time. Maybe I just don't want to know, you know? Let's just let it go. Kadi. water saplings and talk to the trees? These people are fucking weird. I talk with the trees. Isn't there a King Crimson song about talking to the trees? Man, I'm fucking... There's a sheep. I need to pet it. Oh, I have to use this emote specifically. /pet is a command, not an emote. Why they chose that instead of some emote that we already have, don't know. But they did, so there's that. I'm conversing with trees. Oh my god. And we'll talk to Kadi again. These people are just fuck crazy.
The trees must have been so lonely. I think you made them happy again.
I made the trees happy.
You're an adventurer,
Like beech
aren't
nuts.
you? Just like Mr. Rendall.
Entire town is bonkers. A town of crazy folk. It's another sheep. Ah. It's just weird. At least it's only petting them. He doesn't want me to, kiss them. I'm trying to cut down on that sort of thing. I don't want to completely, do away with it, but cutting down is probably a good idea. That's 4 out of 5. Pick up one of the crates by the eastern road of Hern. All right. Well, there's a crate. I am carrying the crate, and where am I carrying the crate to? The storage room inside Crossway House. Pardon my slurping noises. I hope you understand. It's nothing personal. It just tastes really good. Okay, that in fact wasn't the storage room. That was what the residents of the area would refer to as the back door. Carry the crate to the storage room. Is that the storage room? It is. Deliver the crate, 1 down, 1 to go. Evidently, there's 2 crates. One crate, 2 crate, red crate, blue crate? By the west side of town for the other one? No, it's just by the eastern road. And we've got another crate. Another distant crate. I'm carrying crates. I'm a hero. Of course, in a game with as many quests as Lord of the Rings has, not all the quests are going to be glamorous. That was the last one. Talk to Edhan outside. Is he in back? He was. Should have gone out the back way. All right, Eden. I took care of your work for you.
Well met.
And I have 3 superior beef stews that I'm not high enough level to eat yet. But soon, I will be of a level to eat the delicious beef stews. We've got who over there? Is that the sheep petting? I think that's the sheep petting. I feel really troubled by this guy.
Is there no end?
Couldn't
to
find
our
that last one.
hardships?
He can't be that many places for a sheep to hide in Heron.
What hope remains for
Look
us?
for tracks near the trough outside of Holfrin's house. All right, the runaway sheep. Just got to keep telling yourself that I'm the hero. Sheep hoof prints. A clearly panicked sheep departed. All right, oh, do we have to click on all of them? Or just follow them? A southern thief. Took a while for the sounds to catch up. He was half dead before we heard anything. That is a bull, and I would rather avoid the bull. That's needless combat. Lots of hoof prints. Hoof print, hoof print. That's a level 23 more Hendraval. I mean, it's a bird. Doesn't have a huge number of hit. Wow, that's a red bull. That thing would be more unpleasant. Oh, blood. That's probably not great for the missing sheep. We'll follow the blood spatters in a minute after I sort of loop around and grab the barrow iron. Oh, and the bull has decided to move. Bulls will aggro you. More Hendraval might as well. Rather not fight anything unnecessarily, especially anything that is of red con. Well, blood spatters seem to end there, which means I probably have to get up to them to see he's high enough level that resisted. And there's the dead sheep. A bloodthirsty barrow wight. I am a dead slayer of Cardalan. Well, not yet. I've killed my first undead. Dead. Re-dead? I re-deaded an undead? Yeah, it's dead. It's bad, and I kill it. So now it's less bad because it's dead again. Dead again. Very good movie, by the way. That is level 19. Dead Again is a fine movie. I think directed by and definitely starring. Oh God, my brain is getting so bad at remembering names. I've got the face in my head. Emma Thompson was his wife at the time, and she was in Dead Again as well. He was nominated for director and I think for actor for his Henry V. Good God. My brain. He directed the very first Thor movie. And we've got a quest to go to the Lone Lands, one of my favorite zones in the game. Your last... What happened? Did you find the sheep? As you count your story, the blood drains from his face. Black riders and dead things walking. Omens of worse times ahead. Still, I haven't got the means to leave Hern and find someplace safer. This town is my whole world. I just hope those riders don't come back to Valder. Was it? Stay safe out there. Give me more crits. like big crits, and I cannot lie. All right, let's talk to Aberthol. Clippity, clippity.
Yes.
What can we sell? That's our old armor. Frankly, it smells a bit of Dwarf. Our old gauntlets, also the tiniest bit dwarfy. I have some squishy goos. Don't want to lose those. I mean, who doesn't like a nice squishy goo? Other than most people. Aberthol's house. Jeez. That's his house? Well, if he was an adventurer, he must have done really well for himself. If he's got a room in there, that's one thing, but it says it's his house. Holy crap, it's Hearst Castle. Hello, Aberthol.
Why have you come to bother me? I speak to no one. Not since...
I set the mug of spiced beer on his table. By the way, spiced beer? Ooh. I mean, sure. There are some historical precedents for spice in beer. All kinds of stuff in beer. But to me... Ooh. Aberthol eyes you nervously. Place for the mug of spiced beer. He says, now that's different. Wow. And I thought I was a drunk. Not yet.
I have not had any visitors in quite some time. What brings you to my home?
You want to hear about the crawling darkness? He shakes in his chair and then takes a bracing gulp from the mug of beer. Pardon me, I have to take a bracing gulp. Oh. Maybe I'd better know your names. Who are these companions you bring with you? Start with Eggy. And Boromir.
Boromir, you say?
Surely you are not the same Boromir who is the son of the Steward of Gondor. Some 20 years ago, I traveled in the Southlands adventuring, you know. That was before he took the arrow. And I had the privilege of meeting the Steward. I remember his sons, both of lordly mien. Do bear a resemblance to the elder of the two, but travel now in secret, it seems. Say no more of it. The guard of the Citadel. If not its captain, in my own home, I can hardly believe it. And Egfrith, a proud woman of Rohan. In the days of my youth, I rode across the Rittermark in joyful gallop. Is Theoden still king of Rohan? It was a beautiful land, and he was a stern but strong love. He was stern but strong, loved by his people and respected by his foes. He must still be so. The set of Sigfrid's jaw tightens, but she says nothing. I will tell you what happened to me. With such fine protectors in my home, what have I to fear? Might, Vit, and Fizz Mastery. Okay. What the fuck? Is it just me? I didn't even notice. But it sure looks like the boots I'm about to take off have 47,308 power. No, they don't. They just say that they do. They say they have 47,308 added to my maximum power.
4 nights passed after the setting of the sun. I left my home
That's
to
what they
walk along
say.
the cobbled streets of Herne.
As is my custom. This is I've done for years. Every night, ever since I gave up the adventuring life when I took the arrow. You may think it odd, but I have found these moonlit strolls to keep something of my old wanderlust at bay. Perhaps this is the night I keep a walking after the fellow. I've asked myself on occasion. Can I have another beer? But on that night, while strolling along the lane west of my home, smelling the night flowers and listening to the sound of frogs down by the riverbank, I could sense that something was different. I can't tell you exactly what that might have been, but I was seized by a tremendous feeling of, I don't know, wrongness? I felt it in the pit of my stomach. There's a grassy place on the left between two buildings along that lane, and a single tree grows there. My eye was drawn to that tree, and as I watched, I swear to you, a deeper shadow moved out from behind the trunk. It made a strange sound as it moved, a whispering, just beyond the edge of my hearing. It reminded me of being lost in distant woods, stalked by a dangerous creature I could not yet see, but this was no mountain lion. I drew on all my reserves of courage, I tell you, and I turned to run, but even as my muscles tensed, I knew it was too late. While I stood transfixed by the creeping shadow in front of me, a second dark figure had come up behind. This one towered above me, for it sat astride a great black steed. But I could not tell you how I had not heard the sound of its hooves on the cobbles as it approached. I must have fainted then, for the next thing I remember was being shaken awake by Bledry, one of the townspeople carrying a lantern. He said he found me lying at the base of the tree between those two buildings on his way home, and with no sign of either dark figure anywhere about. But every night since, a terrible sensation of dread has fallen upon Hearn as the sun disappears beneath the horizon. Do you know what they were, friends? Has anything of this sort been seen in Gondor or Rohan? What business could draw such terrible creatures to Hearn? Well, let's see. I'm going to get some rep. I'm going to get more coins of Cartolin. I'm going to get Virtue XP. And I'm going to get shiny new pants. Talk to Maneldir inside the Crossway House. All right. Back off to the Crossway House. Dude he's got some nice digs, you know? A lot of books. A lot of books. And that is a statue of a Barghest. Why he has it's a stuffed Barghest. Why he has a stuffed Barghest is beyond me. And a warg. A stuffed warg as well? And at some point, when he was an adventurer, he must have been a badass. Clippity cloppity, flippity cloppity. Crossway House, Maneldir.
What did you learn from the old man?
I tell him what he has said. This does align with the story Boromir told us of the power he sensed in Osgiliath. But that is leagues away. What has brought it? Here, a horse in such speed. I may know one name of these creatures, but I will not speak it here. He turns to the innkeeper. Maddock, might I ask you to open your doors to all the townsfolk of Hearn this evening? Some evil has left its mark upon the village, and I think it would be safest if the townfolk sheltered behind the strong walls of Crossway House. As for us, Devalder, I think we should hunt some game in Sedgemead to resupply Maddox's pantry, gather up firewood so we can keep the town braziers burning all night, and bring word to the townspeople that they should shelter within Crossway House tonight. What will you say to this plan? I will not have these people undefended. I cannot. Evidently, that's a yes from me. I just said yes. By accepting the quest, I suppose. An interior quest. Okay, do I have to tell the people? Ledry's house. Ledry.
You want the townsfolk to shelter within Crossway House tonight?
I will tell my neighbors the plan. All right, thanks, Bledry. You demand. Technically, you a man. Aldeth.
You want the folk of Herna to shelter within Crossway
If I hadn't
House
felt the
tonight?
terrible dread, I'd tell you to go screw, but yeah, she felt it, so she's gonna go. We are grabbing something. Collect choice cuts of meat from the animals. Do they have to be choice? I mean, can't we settle for, you know, just okay cuts of meat? All right. That's one. If I carve up a southern thief, does that count? No, they don't count. White hand orc? Well, they count for killing orcs in Cordeland. Cardeland, that'll do. He deserved it. It was one of the advantages of the Lord of the Rings setting. The bad guys are actually evil, so, you know, murdering them is kind of okay. Two cuts of meat. They're all going to have to come from the... from the big boys. I'm going to have to come from the orcs. It looks like it. I'm going to take on a ruddy mantle bull. Because I have no fear. And that's no bull. I forgot that I still haven't summoned my herald all day. I will now summon my herald. Hi, Harry. Harry the herald, you know. The goat count? Why can a goat not count? I mean, a goat should definitely count. Goat is delicious. I've never eaten oryx meat, but I've eaten goat. Goat is good. It's delicious. I hadn't turned on assist on the stupid pet. Or guard. I feel dumb. It was in passive. It was set on passive by default. Da fuck? By default, it goes to passive mode? What? That is not sense making. It makes no sense. It fails the basic test of making sense in that it is nonsensical. That's a bog crawler. I don't suppose they want bog crawler meat. They probably all want the oryx. Despite the fact they have a bajillion freaking hit points. Seriously, I just don't understand what their problem is with goat. Ooh, rich barrow iron. Nice. More firewood. Good. I need a bunch of that still. Firewood. Silver deposit. I will glom onto that. Certainly I am appreciative of the quality of life addition they gave us many moons ago, where you don't have to dismount to mine or collect wood or anything like that, so the crafting got a little bit less tedious. Alright, 2 more choice cuts of meat. One more choice cut of meat. Alright, that's all the meat we need. And we got lots and lots of meat. We need more firewood. 4 more firewood. The areas for that was relatively small. Three to go. Nope, those are ash branches. More firewood. 2 to go. Barrow iron. Grab that. It's more sort of in this direction. Lovely. When I say lovely, I don't mean it. Not saying in that direction. I see firewood. 1 more. I see multiple firewoods. This will give us all the firewood we need. Still need to talk to Lynette by the fountain. Well, I was going to try riding, but we'll get to the water and we'll just get dismounted anyway, so we'll swim. And we'll mount up. And ride back to town. Back to Hearn. And then we'll face whatever the darkness is and we'll defeat it. I'll probably call it an evening then. But we're not there yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not quite going to make level 20 tonight. But then we ran around doing a bunch of these lower level quests. minute.
Shelter in Crossway House tonight.
Refill town braziers
Preposterous.
near Crossway House with firewood. Burn town braziers. Or possibly braziers. I don't want to say. Five, 6, 7, 8. 8 braziers. Ha 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 ha. Talk to Meneldeer inside Crossway House.
The braziers are refilled, and Maddox's pantry has been newly filled. Good.
As for whether the townsfolk will shelter within Crossway House tonight, let us hope more of them do than not. It is for their own good, though they may not believe it. Let me know when you're ready, Dwelder, and we'll wait for night. Let's travel.
I hope we have done enough, my friend.
Hey,
This
Kanaka.
night may be a hard one.
Happy
We have prevailed
April
upon
Fools?
the innkeeper to
And
allow the
I'm not
residents
fooling?
of Herner to
For a
shelter
change?
within Crossway House for the night. For I fear
I need to
that
talk to
whatever evil
Maddox,
came to this
Bledry,
town will be
Aldrith,
back.
and Aberthal. Maddox. Aberthal. Hope he has a nice spiced beer. I used to like it, but shitty internet April Fools has ruined April Fools. Just like shitty internet has ruined so many things over the years. Yes. That's exactly what I am referring to. Exactly. There was a time when they were clever and they took their time and made things that were funny and worth paying attention to. But no, it's now gotten pro forma and annoying, and internet April Fools sucks. Every couple of years, there'll be something that's inspired, really, truly. But most of the time, yeah, internet April Fools is just has turned into yet another thing that the internet ruined. There was a time when the internet stuff was really creative and inspired. That is sadly no longer the case.
Pull up a seat.
I will sit. I will sit. I will sit. I'm sitting.
We should rest while we can. Perhaps nothing will happen, but
I cannot remain idle, friend Meneldeer, while danger approaches. My station shall be at a window, keeping watch.
it will be some hours until dawn, Boromir.
But I couldn't agree more.
It is of no use, Ranger. I have heard this of the men of Gondor. They lower their guard only when slain.
You have heard it from them alone, I imagine.
Ooh, snap.
Aye, and loudly.
Yeah, I'm really impressed by
Still,
him.
it is a trait the Rohirrim might have used.
He has a bright
and
future
spared
indeed.
Some sorrow. The land of my people is not what it was. A
After
kingdom
all,
draws
he will be
strength
the
from its
steward of
king.
Gondor, right?
Boromir spoke to us of Theoden's ailment. It prevented his audience. When we reach the
Nice,
Dunedain,
good.
they will surely know some remedy you can bring back to Rohan.
Yes.
Saruman the Wizard is a friend of Rohan. His knowledge of remedies and curatives might have proved some help to your king. What is it, Egfrith? You have gone quite pale.
I did not want to say anything, but
He's kind of a dick.
I
That
fear
Saruman
the
guy.
wizard might no longer be a friend to Rohan. If Theoden King is to be cured, I would rather he recover on his own without the aid of Saruman.
Aye, that seems the wisest course.
Perhaps you should see if Boromir has seen anything outside.
They never say my name. I can't understand it. Why do they never say my name? There's nothing out there, Devaldor. Just wind and darkness.
If something is going to happen, then let it happen.
I do expect something will happen.
Curse this endless waiting. Will the sun never rise and put an end to it?
By tomorrow, these dull hours will seem only a passing dream, Boromir.
Nay, it could be like another dream I've had. One that never releases its grip.
Well, it's one of those where we'll
We
have to
all
see.
had dreams like that. Every day for the last half year,
AI is going to change a
I had
lot
hoped
of
I would
stuff.
wake from my own dream.
Some things nowhere near as much as people
I
think.
would rub the sleep
Other
from
things
my eyes and
in ways
see
that no one can
Rohan
see.
is strong again.
Would that it could be so for Gondor as well. But I speak of another dream. Have any of you ever experienced dreams with the feel of prophecy?
Listen to the conversation of my companions. Okay, I'm doing that. I would have read
This
that
is
to
why
you, but
you
frankly,
seek
I'm getting a
Imladris.
little bit of a sore throat from talking.
You
Totally
did
not from
tell
drinking.
Saruman
I
the purpose
promise.
of your journey.
Perhaps I was being foolish. Perhaps it is only a dream. But if it is not, if the sword that was broken might save Minas Tirith,
Seek the sword that was broken.
You would do
In
anything to
Imladris
save
it
your home.
dwells. There shall be counsels taken stronger than Morgul spells.
aye, Egfrith, that I
God, I'm a geek.
What was that?
Ugh! Dread!
Cold.
Something outside.
Let's go. Come on, Sauron, we're not afraid of you. Much. Something wicked this way comes. Feeling of dread grows stronger. Prepare yourselves. Something approaches. Survive until dawn
The
comes
dead.
to Hern.
The dead have risen!
They have indeed risen.
Foul sorcery sends them against us!
Fight on, my friends! Fight on!
I'd better heal myself because I've actually taken rather a lot of damage.
Is there no end to this horror?
There's no shortage of these assholes, that's for sure. I will heal myself again.
I think that is all of them.
Probably not.
It is almost dawn.
I healed my friends. Completed instance The Waiting Night. A whole bunch of undeadites attacked. It is over. We are alive. If you call this living, you know.
It is as I feared.
The creatures that passed through Hern 4 nights ago were the wraiths once called Nazgul, and they left something behind to draw the dead hither. But why have these creatures of legend returned to life? Where did they go? Most importantly, and of greatest concern to me, what purpose have they come so far north? I have new pants, guys. I killed a bunch of undead and I got new pants. Probably because I soiled the last pair. They're scary.
We should examine the northern approach to the town.
Collect tarnished jewelry left by the whites. Collect rusted blades left by the whites. But before I do that, I am playing a dwarf captain. Because that's a thing now. For those who may not be aware, the dwarves didn't used to be captains. Only humans could be captains.
something, friend?
But times have changed. And I think I'm going to call it here for an April Fool's evening. This is a good break point. I completed the instance. I expect I will not be back tomorrow because I am enjoying adult libations in excess. And that tends to reduce my energy level for the next day. Well, they have had a great many steps on the route to being not the game it used to be, Kanaka. I don't disagree with you at all. That is one of the many. I think we can agree it probably started when they brought in the free-to-play. At the time, I said, as long as it brings in new players and it motivates them to keep a constant new stream of content flowing, it would be to the good of the game. If not, it would be to the detriment of the game. And it has, unfortunately, for the most part, led to commerce-driven design, much to the game's detriment. There's still an enormous amount of really great stuff in the game, but it has, to my mind at least, certainly suffered. I am going to call it here for the evening, an April Fool's Saturday night. I hope you guys had some fun. I did. I will be back most likely on Monday. Not sure what I'll be playing. Most likely would be more LotRO, more Guild Wars 2. Those are the most likely culprits. But tomorrow, I'll be taking a day off. It won't be hungover. I'll just have no energy, which is pretty much all I get. But back on Monday, I want to thank you guys very, very much for hanging out. I really do appreciate it. I hope the rest of your Saturday night goes great. Your Sunday is equally nice, pleasant, relaxing. And that your upcoming week after that doesn't suck balls. Back in a couple of days. Have a great night tonight. Take care, everybody. Thank you again very much for hanging out. Ciao for now. Good night, guys.